Good morning. It's Saturday, May 9th. Skipped yesterday. After work, I just, made the Lord Buffalo chicken dip. Eating that up for breakfast now, too. And, had to deal with accepting Amazon's ultimatum. Because I'm waiting on the CPU core. That's coming from them. And it's kind of been sitting in there for a while, and it's just been on the, we're not shipping this yet, we're sitting on it, and yesterday was the day it was promised. And then they send me, hey, you still want this? We'll do it like maybe next week? What you thinking? And I'm like, the most if it was, say, something is clearly going wrong, then they could have sent me that message days ago, when in order to get it to me yesterday, it would have had to have shipped. Instead, they wait until it's supposed to have arrived before they say something's wrong, which makes it feel like they're just sitting there like, I don't feel like it. What are we gonna do? He either wants it or he doesn't. We'll just tell him he can wait. Which, I'm just gonna keep shopping from them anyways, so fine, they get their way, but it's still rude. Anyways, today's like probably worst day with what COVID is disrupting in my life. And it's so much worse for other people. There are people that are like not getting to have their weddings or that are losing loved ones. So I hope this stays the worst day, and I'll be quite grateful if it does. But today was the day my mom and I had tickets to go see Hamilton at the Fabulous Fox. That was today. Theoretically, it's being rescheduled for some point in the future, and hopefully it'll work out at a time when we're actually able to go and are available still. But something when it came around last year, I just couldn't justify the expense. And this year I went in on it with Mom as part of, I think, birthday gift or something. So I've been looking forward to it for half a year, knowing I was going to get to go. And now this. So, that's something I've been looking forward to for quite a while that's gotten messed up with this. Oh well. And the buffalo chicken dip is such a comfort food, and that's really a nice thing to have around now. But finished eating, and I came in here and I set up the Wii U. And did things like connected it to the internet to make sure that it's up to date and that the game's up to date. There was nothing that was needed, but I wanted to check, as I've lived here a couple years and I hadn't bothered to connect it to the internet. It has not been online the whole time. It has not been used since I've moved in here. Now it's been, the actual little tablet thing has been over there, technically plugged in. That's all been plugged in, just not connected HDMI. Well, I have now hooked it up HDMI, and not just that, but through the Elgato, and at the very least, it shows up over there. And whenever I would have issues with the PS4, trying to get it to record, it usually wouldn't even show up over there. So I'm thinking it should work, and I should be able to at least record an episode or two of Wind Waker, which I have not played in a long time. It was GameCube, right? Yeah, GameCube, where that came out, and I had it, and I played through most of it. I think I had a couple temples left that I hadn't done, and I just quit. I got too distracted with all of the picture box. Like, you would take pictures of monsters and make figures. Well, you get that item, and all of a sudden I had to go back and try and get everything. Of course. My goal with this will not to be distracted by such things and to actually finish the game. But yeah, I remember the game having a slow start. Which isn't great, but whatever. We'll make do and, yeah, get started on some Wind Waker. Okay, episode 1 of Wind Waker in the bag. Wonderful, except it's a lot of talking. I mean, was, the introduction to the game, the opening lore of the game, a lot of dialogue of people talking to me, where I was just talking quite a bit, sometimes in accents for various people, and my throat hurts. And I had a lozenge in the whole time, because I still have an occasional cough, and I try to minimize that, and the lozenge helps. But, yeah, one episode in, but I can't immediately go in and film another, because my throat is bothering me from talking too much already. Whew, that was a lot. But, glad to be getting it started, and I don't know, I mean, I'll probably record a handful of them before I actually go bringing it to the channel, but, getting started is, where you gotta begin. What in the world? Okay. And I walked in here to see how long it was going to take Elgato to process the video. Skyrim generally takes 45 minutes plus per half-hour episode. And this was about 35-minute episode. Now, when I recorded the original Zelda, which was from the Nintendo Classic, those, of course, in like a minute, they processed the whole video. But that was a standard definition. I mean, that wasn't... it went through an HDMI cable, but it wasn't really HD video, because it's an old game. That made sense. This is 1080p. This is, I believe, the same resolution that the PlayStation 4 is putting out. But by the time I recorded the clip with you guys and walked back in here, it had finished processing. It's done. So what, a minute or two? And it's done? How? I mean, I guess the game is cel-shaded, which means that there are probably less total colors within it. And so maybe that makes it easier as it's processing the video. But, I mean, that's ridiculous how quickly that happened. I mean, that also means if I don't have problems speaking, unlike Skyrim, where generally after recording 3 episodes, I have to wait a few hours for it to finish processing before I can go back and record more because the computer is trying to multitask too much. With this, I could just keep going. There would be nothing that would stop me from just keeping on going until I am bored with it. And for the past few hours, I've gone back and forth. I've actually made good progress on covering these. I just keep coming back to them. I mean, obviously, I'm at the point here. I need to redo some of the stone, but I'm getting pretty good coverage on the skin tone paint. But I've been going back and forth between doing that and recording more Wind Waker. I've gotten 3 episodes recorded now. I have just arrived on Windfall Island, which means I've finished the boring parts of the slow opening of the game. And it's just after 2, which is when Hamilton would have began. Oh well. I think maybe I'll do a little editing, I guess. And I've repainted in all the stones and the red of the eyes all along it there. Sort of cleaning up the edges where they'd gotten messed up there. So that's, I mean, there's probably a few more touch-ups, but I'm getting pretty close to actually needing to think about detail on those. But I got about a half hour until I'm supposed to be over at Mom's, because we're going to celebrate Mother's Day today. And it'll be nice to see family. Try and keep a little distance between them. But having not gotten to see folks in months, it'll be nice. Sounds like my brother and Ethan will both be there. I'm looking forward to seeing some folks. I'll miss my family. Happy Mother's Day. Hi.
So do I get a hug today?
Oh.
That's why we're celebrating.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought we were just hanging out for fun.
Yeah, no.
We'll do that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Adam was allowing me to get together
I
with
guess so.
everybody. Oh, if Kyle can get a hug, then I can get a hug.
You're just so desperate, aren't you?
I really
I
am.
don't have any excuse just to get a hug.
I've been good.
I've actually
It's been
already
fun.
had it. Got my antibodies tested.
Okay.
I've already had it.
Oh.
You probably have too.
Yeah, no.
Into a van.
I don't know. You probably don't follow the vlog, but I was kind of sick for a while there. That could have.
I don't follow the vlog, but Mom told me.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
Adam
she
probably.
She talks a lot, doesn't she?
I wasn't sick at all, but I did have it.
I got sick for a few days in like early March, but I think it was
You know
before
what?
I like hit here.
You probably had it too, because you probably got it from me, and that's when I had it.
There you go. So I could have gone outside this whole time.
Mandy had it too when we came back from California.
Yeah, but hasn't it been fun?
Adam was
Just, like,
sick
sit
for
inside?
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Have you not enjoyed
It
that?
was much better than going to school. I got like so much more sleep. I'm so much more relaxed.
I had
Like,
weeks where they just paid me not to work.
It's so good. I get to just sit home and eat.
Well, this looks very good. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Oh Lord, thank you so much for everybody being together. It means so much to me just to see all these wonderful faces. Plus our dinner tonight. We just thank you that we're all here and healthy and well and laughing, enjoying each other. In Jesus' name, amen.
It's nice seeing y'all.
Happy son and grandson.
Bye. Bye, Adam.
Bye. And it was fun hanging out with family. With my brother, I was pretty much left with the options of just act like life is normal or be all hyper paranoid of how he is. So we just went along as life is normal and whatever. It was fun. It's getting to enjoy family as we normally would. But I'm home. Made sure the Zelda videos they converted properly. Everything's good. So yeah, I can just move along with recording more of that. And once I have a little bit of a batch, I'll figure out time and I'll get it uploaded. Fun. Got a new game started. Still in the middle of Skyrim, but well, I'm ahead on that one. So it'd be nice to have something to, I usually like having a couple games to bounce between, I guess. More than that, gets distracting. 2 allows me to break any monotony. So, but yeah. As of for now, it's late. Not playing anymore tonight. I'll be going to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.